Hello, Double Trader here, and welcome to the New York Open recap. So, starting with a little bit of context, Monday, after a large new week opening up, day before PPI, and I was having an interest to see how price will deal around the quadrants of the new week opening up. And basically not looking for heavy bets was the go-to idea, and just want to see how price will want to trade back into this new week opening up, whether it will want to close it or 50% was maximum or something like that. So that was the context that I was going with into this session. So now moving to the actual live stream, sped up version of the live stream, how I navigated this particular session. So I noticed that the London Open session was basically a consolidation and not much was presented there. It formed relative equal highs and relative equal lows during that London Open. And yeah, right at the beginning of the New York Open, price just rallied higher, smashing through that buy side liquidity, and it traded into the consecutive encroachment of the new week opening up, leaving those very, very smooth and clean relative equal lows. So that was kind of like my initial idea to study and see how price will maybe possibly find its way towards those lows, and therefore I was studying how price respects the premium arrays that it was having. So I noted the premium week, and price couldn't even reach the consecutive encroachment of that, so that was hinting some underlying weakness to me right away. And then I was looking for those two pieces to get potentially inversed, and as price was inversing them, I was looking to see certain sensitivity in the lower half of those potential inversion fair value gaps. So at this point I was not interested in taking any trades or anything like that, but I was just watching and studying how price kind of like deals around these areas. So I saw a nice reaction out of the higher inversion fair value gap, and then I noted a CB that was above, and I wanted to see that CB act as a breakaway gap, so I didn't want to see price reaching up into it. And what I actually wanted to see is the lower BC to get also inversed, and that was giving me like a solid idea that price is underlyingly weak at the moment, and with those relative equal lows waiting, it was kind of like a no-brainer that it's likely to reach there. I even noted the event horizon between the consecutive encroachment and the octane of the new week opening up, and as price closed below that event horizon, I was very confident that we will actually run towards those relative equal lows. Here I extend the relative equal highs, and I mentioned that that's old resistance broken, so retail will see that now as support, right? So I wanted to kind of fleece that idea, and as price was reaching into that premium week, I was going short and aiming for potential run on those relative equal lows. My initial stop loss was above the event horizon. That's where I was managing the risk. So I was anticipating quick sudden drop lower, some sort of a like second stage type of redistribution in a market maker sell model. That was kind of like the backdrop of this idea to run out the clean sell side liquidity. And yeah, since entry, price basically delivered a nice heavy run lower, and yeah, I was very comfortable with that trade. I was very confident during this trade that it will deliver in my favor most likely. So that's kind of like what I had in mind. And here comes kind of like the part where those first relative equal lows that we are hitting right now, that was like an ideal area for a partial. And because I had only one contract, I decided to take it off here and kind of like preach the process, following the rules. But had I have at least like 2 or more contracts, I'll take one off here and then move my stop loss to better than even, and I would leave remaining portion of the trade to see if I could get a run below those lower lows, right? And yeah, eventually in hindsight I know that it would have been taken out, but honestly I was like very like comfortable and confident with how I managed the position here. So I think I did a good decision. I know I did a good decision because I can live with that. I'm happy about it. So that's how I would do it every day, preferably. So I guess that's a solid point there. So after that, I was outlining a potential run higher, noting this trend line liquidity here, that it could maybe get swept before going higher, but it wasn't even interested in that. Price was pretty strong. And the summary. So today I was able to focus on reading price without bias, using micro market structure to stay in sync with the current move. I identified the correct draws on liquidity and followed through with a small bread and butter trade that I managed well. I'm satisfied with both my exit and overall trade management. I felt strong and confident when price action was one-sided, but I was also able to dial things back during moments of uncertainty. So overall, solid performance, and the only adjustment that I would make is to use 2 contracts instead of 1, so I can be like more flexible with the position management. So yeah, that will be it for today. Thanks for watching and see you again next time.